Welcome back. We're here to talk about Saturday's Premier League match between Leicester and Stoke. At the home side, Pascal, big win against Aston Villa last time out.
Massive, absolutely massive that was. It was a big game at home. They knew they had a decent chance against Villa because they're out of form, really struggling to score goals. They managed to keep a clean sheet, and then Paul Konchesky got that all-important goal. Really well taken, actually, the way he hit the volley just before half-time. So, yeah, huge win for them, and that's now 3 wins out of 4 in their last 4 games in all competitions, and the only game they didn't win in those 4 games was the 2-2 draw at Anfield. So they've really, really impressed of late, yeah.
Yeah, been very impressive over the festive period, really. And that 2-2 draw at Anfield, really good, especially because they're 2-0 behind at the break. No one would have given them much chance of getting anything back from that. And to back that up as well with, obviously, a win against Newcastle in the FA Cup and then the win at the last time out of the weekend. They're still, though, bottom of the table, despite picking up 7 points from their last 3 league games. The teams around them are improving as well, so they need to keep up that form. They've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 4 games, which is a positive sign, certainly, but Pearson needs to keep his side going if they're to drag themselves off the bottom.
Definitely. You mentioned that they're still bottom, and if they're going to lift themselves off the bottom and out of the bottom 3, they need to improve their home form. That win over Aston Villa, I think that was only their second home win all season. The other one was that famous 5-3 win over Man U. So yeah, the home form's got to improve, and we talk about that. You look at sides like QPR who have lost every away game. It's their home form is the only reason why they're not bottom. So Leicester, they've had a few good results here and there, but this recent form they need to keep building on it. If they're going to have any chance of getting out of the bottom 3.
Yeah, and they're playing a Stoke side who, coming off the back of they were well beaten against Arsenal last time out, weren't they? 3-0. Arsenal are a team they can do it against Arsenal at the Britannia, but when it's at the Emirates, a completely different story. They've lost their last 12, I think, now in all competitions, stretching back to 1981 or something like that. It's a terrible record at Arsenal, and they were never really in the game. Arsenal dominated from start to finish. Sanchez was in inspired form again, and Stoke, their physicality works at the Britannia, but it didn't work at that time. They couldn't really stop Sanchez in his tracks. They couldn't stop Cazorla. Had a really good game. Oxlade-Chamberlain had a really good game. It was just one-way traffic from Arsenal, and they deserved the win. And Stoke, Hughes would have been really disappointed with how limp his team looked, really.
Yeah, you mentioned that their physicality doesn't work on the road, but they have actually had some quite impressive results this season away. I think they've won at Man City, Spurs and Everton, and they're 11th in the table, which isn't too bad a position, but I think if they're going to hold that place in mid-table by the end of the season, they need to improve their away form against sides like Leicester. They haven't been great on the road against some of the lesser teams in the league. Obviously, Everton are struggling this season, but they are one of the bigger teams in the league. So they need to get better results at the likes of Leicester's, your Burnley's, your QPR's, Hull's. Those teams sort of down in the bottom. They need to do better on the road if they're going to have any chance of moving into the top half. Really.
Do you think they can get a win here?
I think it's quite a tough game to call, to be honest. I think it will be quite tight. Obviously, Stoke are going to make it quite difficult, I think. So I'm going to go for a draw, 1-1.
I think I've just got a feeling for Stoke in this one. Leicester in improved form, but I think Stoke might edge it. They'll make it difficult, as you say. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Stoke. So we're going for 1 draw and a win for Stoke. Thanks for watching.